Okay, so there aren't any videos on YouTube of how to play King Nothing, so I thought I'd put one up. And it's a great song. It's from Load and Reload, or Load album. And that means that it's all the strings are down tuned to half step. And also you're supposed to start off with the intro with a whammy octaver, which means it sounds like this. But I don't like doing that because then you can't use the wah. It sounds fine normal. Anyway, it starts off just this kind of vibrato note up here on the 17th fret of the B string. Use 2 fingers to bend it. Quite a long time. And the bass is going to come in with that riff. And then eventually one guitar is going to do this. And this riff is 5th fret A string, 6th fret, then 7th. But you're going to include the low E string in all those. And then you can either hit a open palm muted E string here. But what you're really supposed to do is take this side of your hand and just hit it against the bridge to make a percussion sound. So anyway, after that, you're going to slide up to the 7th fret with your ring finger on the A string. And then with your first finger, do a bend on the 5th fret of the D string. And then do that percussion-y thing again. So, and then do it again. And then here, you're going to do the 6th fret of the E string with your middle finger. And then with your pinky, go up to the 8th fret of the D string. And then do the 5th fret of the E string. And then hit the 7th fret of the D string. And then do a percussion thing. And start it over again. So altogether it sounds like this. And then eventually the second guitar will come in. You play that riff a whole bunch more times. And then Kirk does this. And that is just a little interlude solo thing. That's a bend on the 12th fret of the G and B strings twice. And then 14th fret of the D string. And do it again. And then here, that's 14th fret of the D string. And then 12th fret of the G string. Then hammer onto the 14th fret. Then pull off back to the 12th. Then back to the 14th fret of the D string. I think you do that 3 times. And then this is a verse. So here you have an open E chord. And then, well, first you do the percussion sound. So yeah, you hit the bridge of your guitar first. And that's open E chord, then 3rd fret power chord, back to the open E power chord. Then you're going to make a power chord but only hit the E string, and go up to the 6th fret, and then hit the power chord. So hit that power chord, and then do a 5th fret power chord, and then open E string, and do it again. But you're also supposed to muffle the strings when you slide up to the 6th fret. Yeah, and anyway, you do that a bunch of times, I think 4 times. And then the last time, after the 5th fret power chord, you go to the 3rd fret power chord. So it sounds like this. And then James keeps playing that riff while Kirk does a power chord but without the D string, so that's 7th fret of the A string and then 9th fret of the G string. That's that power chord. Then open E string, palm muted. Bend on the 3rd fret of the E string. And then back to open E string. And then slide up to the 6th fret again. It's basically the same thing. 6th fret power chord twice. 5th fret power chord. But then you're going to end with that beginning chord, which is on the 7th fret of the A string. And then do it all over again. And then again you're going to end like this with the 3rd fret power chord. And then this is like pre-chorus, open A string, and then slide up to the 7th fret of the D string and hit it twice. And then 5th fret of the G string, and then 7th fret A string to the 5th fret, but include the A string with it. I'm sorry, D string. And then go back to the 7th fret with the A string. And then open E string, palm muted. And then you're just going to bar the 6th fret of the E and A string. And then do it again here. And stop right there. The 7th fret, G string. So, and then back to the 5th fret. And then a bend on the 7th fret. Release. And then 5th fret, 7th fret. And then do the bend again. But don't release it this time. And then the chorus, James plays an open E power chord. And then do a chord where you bar the 3rd fret of the E and A strings. And then ring finger on the 5th fret of the D string. Pinky on the 5th fret of the G string. And then go, using that same chord formation, go down a half step. And here you're just gonna kind of bar the 2nd fret of the A and D strings and hit that a bunch of times, palm muted. And then do that again. And then you're just gonna stop there. And Kirk fills that part in with this. All he does, a whole bunch of those, which is that same chord here, this one, and you're going to include the low E string with it. Just hit it a whole bunch of times. And when the singer says, "and you're left with just a name," you're going to bar the 1st fret of the E and A strings and hit that a bunch of times. And then you go back into the main riff. And then everything repeats the same, except the solo here, like after this. You do that same solo. And then you do it again. Let's stop there. And then you're just going to do a bunch of bends on the 14th fret, G and B strings, bend. So that sounds like this. And then it all repeats exactly the same.